In today's class, we are going to study about the shadow price. Now, all of you might have gone to the theater to watch movies. Now it is all online bookings, so we have a confirmed ticket in our hand. But during my college days, there were no online booking facility. We had to wait in long queues to get the ticket. And you know what? Just as we are near to the counter, the message will be displayed, all tickets sold out. Now what to do? We have to watch the first day, first show, right? So what we used to do when we were young, I know it is legal, but we used to buy the tickets from the black market. That is, there used to be boys out there who used to buy the tickets beforehand and they will sell the tickets to you at double the price. The original cost of the ticket may be only 100 rupees. So you will have to pay say 150 or 175 to these people who are selling tickets in the black market. So what is the additional amount that you pay? 100 is the price of the original ticket and you are forced to pay 150 rupees because of the scarcity of the ticket. What is that additional amount? 50 rupees. 50 rupees is the shadow price. Quite simple, right? But it is not so simple in business because in business, we are not there for entertainment. We are there for getting profit. So we cannot pay an unreasonable premium. So what is the maximum premium that we can pay? This is what we are going to study in shadow price. Now just assume that you are a businessman making and selling cakes. The contribution from one cake is $10 and the time taken for making one cake is 1 hour. Just keep that fact in your mind. Now you have got laborers or workers to make the cake. So these are your workers and these people are paid at the rate of $5 per hour. But unfortunately, the direct labor hours is limited to 720 hours. See, there is a scarcity of resources. And what is a resource which is scarce? The direct labor hours. So you want some additional people. Now, one of your worker comes and tells you, I can work overtime, but not at $5 per hour. How much can you pay additional? So now we have got a scarcity of resource. Direct labor hours is scarce and we are forced to pay more amount because of the scarcity. So how much can you pay? This is the question that we have to answer. So you being an intelligent guy, you immediately think, I can pay only what I get. What does this mean? What is the additional contribution that I get if this lady works 1 more hour? So as far as the cake is concerned, the contribution per unit is $10 and the time taken for making one cake is 1 hour. So if this lady works for 1 hour, then we get a contribution of $10 additionally. So what is it that you get? The amount that you get is $10. So what is the maximum additional amount you can pay to this lady? $10. Because that is a maximum amount that you get. So you immediately say, the maximum that I can pay is $5, that's your existing pay, plus I can pay $10 premium. What is this $10 premium? $10 premium is the additional contribution that you get if this lady works for 1 more hour. So additional contribution. And the total amount that you pay to this person is $15 per hour if this lady works overtime. And this premium that you pay is known as the shadow price. So what is the definition of shadow price? Shadow price is the additional contribution created by the availability of one additional unit of the limiting factor. In this case, the limiting factor was direct labor hours. So here it is 1 extra hour. When you get 1 extra hour, what is the additional contribution you get? So in this particular case, it is $10. So the shadow price is also $10. Always note that shadow price will be equal to the additional contribution generated. Now, question number 1. The shadow price is currently $8 per hour. What does this mean? Option A, the cost of obtaining additional skilled labor is $8 per hour. Option B, there is a hidden cost of $8 per hour of labor actively worked. Option C, Contribution will be increased by $8 per hour for each extra hour of labor obtained. Option D, total cost will be reduced by $8 for each extra hour of labor obtained. Sounds confusing, right? I will give you a hint so that you will be able to understand this better. Now assume that the current labor rate is $5 per hour. That is right now we are paying 5 per hour. And what did they mention the shadow price as? Shadow price is 8. So I've taken that 8 as the shadow price. And what is the revised amount that you have to pay to the laborers? It is $13 per hour. Always note that shadow price is the premium that you pay and not the total amount. Okay? So now we will go to option A. The cost of obtaining additional skilled labor is $8 per hour. In our example, the cost of obtaining additional skilled labor is $13 per hour. It is never the shadow price. Shadow price is only the premium. Whenever you have to pay to the laborers, you will have to pay the shadow price plus the existing rate that you pay. So option A is not right. What they are telling in option A is shadow price is the total amount that you pay, which is not right. So this option is not right. Now coming to option B. Option B, there is a hidden cost of $8 per hour of labor actively worked. Shadow price is not a hidden cost. Shadow price plus the original cost of labor will be the total amount that is paid to the laborers. It is not hidden. It is a direct cash outflow that will take place just like you're paying wages. So it is never a hidden cost. So this option is also not correct. Next. Option C. Contribution will be increased by $8 per hour for each extra hour of labor obtained. This is right because shadow price is always equal to the additional contribution. That is what they have mentioned in option C. Contribution will be increased. That's the additional contribution by $8 per hour. That's right. For each extra hour of labor obtained. This is the exact definition of shadow price. How do we calculate shadow price? Shadow price is equal to the additional contribution generated. That is how you calculate shadow price, or that is the maximum premium that you can give. So option C is right. Now, just for your understanding, we will go to option D also. Total cost will be reduced by $8 for each extra hour of labor obtained. No, it is actually getting increased. Shadow price, it will actually increase your cost. It's not reducing your cost. So option D is also not correct. So finally, the right answer is option C. Now coming to the second question, in the graph, B is the optimum production plan. So I've just circled B, where X is 625 units and Y is 600 units, which gives a maximum contribution of $7,300. So right now, the optimum production plan is at point B, and at point B, we are producing 625 units of X and 600 units of Y. And what is the maximum contribution that we are getting at that point? $7,300. So this is the same question that we attempted in the previous class. Now we are just going to calculate the shadow price for the very same question. Find the shadow price of Department A. Now, if you recollect from the previous class, Department A was the binding constraint. That is, it is scarce. It is a critical factor. So we want to get more hours in Department A. But since it is scarce, we will not get it at the normal rate. So what is the premium that we can pay? This is what we are trying to find out. And how do we find out the premium or the shadow price? Shadow price is always equal to the additional contribution generated. So this is our plan. We are going to find out what is the additional contribution that will be generated if we get one more hour in Department A. Now look carefully at this graph. Point B is caused by the intersection of these two lines. See what I'm circling? Department A's equation and Y is equal to 600. Those are the two lines which are intersecting to form point B. So I picked those two equations. Y is equal to 600 and 8x plus 10y is equal to 11,000. It is when we solved this that we got the optimum production plan of X 625 and Y 600. People who have attended the previous class would understand. Now, what are we planning to do? We are trying to get one more hour in Department A. One more hour means instead of this 11,000 hours, we are going to take 11,001 hours. So instead of 11,000, it is 11,001 hours. And then we solve these two equations. So we substitute the value of y is equal to 600 in the second equation. Okay. So we first mark the two equations. The first one is equation 1 and the second one is equation 2. And substituting y is equal to 600 in equation 2, we get x is equal to 625.125. When you substitute y is equal to 600 in this equation, what is that equation? 8x plus 10y is equal to 11,001. We get x is equal to 625.125. People who have a calculator can check and see. Okay, so now we got x is 625.125. So this is the revised units of x. Now, originally we had a contribution of 7,300. We are trying to find out what is the additional contribution that we will get. So what is the contribution line? Contribution line is 4x plus 8y. Now we will see what is the contribution that we are getting with the revised units of x. So I'm just copying this equation here. So revised contribution 4x plus 8y, we get, in place of x, we have to substitute 625.125 and in place of y, we have to substitute 600. Okay, so we will get 4 into 625.125 plus 8 into 600. We get 7,300.5 as the revised contribution. So what has happened? From 7,300, the contribution has increased to 7,300.5 just because we got one more hour. So what is the maximum premium that we can give? 0.5, because that's the additional contribution. So what is the additional contribution? Additional contribution or increase in contribution is 7,300.5 minus the original contribution of 7,300. So it is 0.5. Therefore, shadow price is equal to 0.5 per hour. So the maximum premium that we can give for each additional hour is 0.5. With this, we end today's class. So I hope the concept of shadow price is clear for you. So if you've benefited from the video, do hit the like button and do subscribe if you've not subscribed earlier. So thank you for watching and meet you in the next video.